Hello, my name is Eliza R Snow. I have been called Zion's poetess, a prophetess, a priestess, and a presidentess. But among friends, please call me Aunt Eliza. Now, I first came into the Salt Lake Valley in 1847, right behind Brigham Young. He was going east, I was going west, because he was going to pick up more of his family, and we had a little encounter, and I looked to him for direction and protection. He basically said to me that I was on my own for a bit, and so I got to the Salt Lake Valley with help of friends and sister wives, and I can't say that he abandoned me. I would never say that about President Young. For when the Lion House was eventually built, that is where I have resided ever since, in a beautiful little apartment on the second floor. People have asked me, well, how do you and President Young get along? Well, first of all, you have to understand, we've been married for many years now, and most of the time, I would say, that things are very good between us. For example, when it's time to gather all the family together in the Lion House, I'm often found sitting at his right side, which is a show of trust and respect, and I believe affection as well. And so, like I said, most of the time we get along. However, there was one time when, well, how should we say, I got in trouble. You see, President Young and I had a disagreement about a doctrinal matter, and I saw nothing wrong with printing my version of things in the Women's Exponent, which, as you know, is a women's publication that I had a lot to do with starting. Forgive me, President, or Sister Wells and Sister Green. Well, it was a joint effort of sisters working together. And so I published my version of things, and when President Young read what I had published, he was not happy. Oh. He was so unhappy that in the next publication, and also in the Deseret News, he printed this. There is only one fault with the doctrine of Eliza R Snow, and that fault is, it just isn't true. So I did what any good wife would do. I printed a retraction, even if it was 6 months later, and on the back page, one must choose their battles in life. Now, if I give you the impression that I was a thorn in his side, I apologize for that. Because like I said, most of the time we get along beautifully. In fact, I'm ever indebted to him for giving me a calling. Oh, years ago, this would have been in, 1855. We'd been in the valley a few years now, and it was time to really get to work with our ordinances. The endowment house had been built on the temple block, where covenants would be made until the Salt Lake Temple could be completed. And so someone needed to officiate for the women. And he asked if I would. Oh, I thought this would be a wonderful calling if my health was better. You see, from the time I came into the valley, that journey was very hard on me. I still had not regained my health, even those years later. Have you ever had a calling or an opportunity come your way where you just weren't sure if you were up to it? That's how I felt. I wanted to do it, but I didn't think my health would allow me to do it. I had officiated for the women in the Nauvoo temple before we left there, so I knew what it would entail, and it was very rigorous. It would be long days. But President Young promised me that if I would accept that calling, that my health would improve. Oh my, now I had a dilemma. For you see, in my youth, I had adopted a motto from Paul the Apostle. And Paul's motto from the New Testament, his motto was to prove all things first and then hold fast to that which is good. Well, I had proved many times through my journey into this restored gospel of Jesus Christ. I had proved many times that it was true, that it was good. But now I had a decision to make. Would I hold fast? And so I prayed rigorously whether I should accept this calling. And I came to the conclusion that if God would do his part, which I knew he would, that I would do mine. And that was a part of my holding fast to that which is good. I accepted the call. And I'm happy to report that my health did start to improve. Perhaps not overnight, but a gradual improvement. And I can look back to see that that was a key. It was a key time, an important time in my life, a testing time in my life. If I would not have accepted that call and my health had not improved, I would have missed out on so many wonderful opportunities to serve, not just in the temple, but when President Young asked me to reestablish the Relief Societies, and I traveled all over the Utah Territory reestablishing the Relief Societies. Oh, what a wonderful time, and what a wonderful opportunity to serve and to prove and to hold fast to that which was good. So I would like to encourage you that if you have those times that you're not sure if you can accept God's will in your life, that you will look back on that motto that Paul the Apostle had and that I have had all of my life. And I would encourage all of you to prove all things first and then hold fast to that which is good. Thank you.